That didn't work. Hi.
What? My camera's working. What the frig?
What up, bitches? Alright, we're at a non-live Skype call this guest commentary like we're a real Kuvian warbot over here. Now let's see if I can share my screen with you. Let's see about that. This has changed a lot since I used it with my ex-girlfriend. Okay, hold on. Where's the share screen button? God damn it. Settings. Window? No. Audio and video. Okay, this is very professional. Am I crazy, or did it just used to be right here? I don't know.
Used to be right click.
Oh, more options. Share screen. I'm not gonna share computer sound because unfortunately we're not gonna be hearing the shit. Now you see the screen, right?
Oh God, my face.
Oh, the face. The face. All right. Back to the beginning of this. We have like a 28-minute video. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I've been recording this whole time. Welcome to the second part of the not quite an LP, not quite an intermission. Crash Bandicoot 3 Warped for the Insane Trilogy. I'm Poppy Harlow. No, that's not my name. I'm Zaler Avon, and this is
that guy.
Potato. Yes, it's that guy. Should I use your name or should I use like a little moniker for you? I
like Potato.
You like Potato? Okay. I usually accidentally give guest names away anyway, but it doesn't matter. All right. So unfortunately, we're not going to be hearing the game audio while we record, but the audience will. It's very cool. All right, you ready for this shit? You're basically commentating on the second part because we already killed Tiny.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Beautiful. Because this is basically me and my buddy Nick playing this game like a year ago. And the first 3 parts, we didn't actually voice over it, so that's what we're doing now. I'm just pulling random people off the street and just having them do it.
Alright.
The last guy rambled a bit at the end about electromagnetic universes. And I just looking up videos debunking it later. But anyway, have you actually played the Insane Trilogy?
No, not at all. I've never actually played the originals either.
Really?
No. I played the very first one. I have actually, it might be right here.
Oh, that must have been Nick because he got his pants sliced right off. My favorite thing to do in these first 3 segments is to blame Nick for everything wrong that happens because we don't actually know who did what because we weren't voiceovering. But you know what I think I know? Every mistake was him.
I just found my old PlayStation and I opened it up and Twisted Metal 3 was in there.
Oh, nice. That's like the first game I got for the first PlayStation.
Oh yeah, no, that's like one of the only ones. I think we have Crash 1, but I don't know where that is.
Crash 1 was actually the last Crash Bandicoot I played.
That was the only one I played.
Yeah. So you're seeing this for the first time. But Crash 1 Insane Trilogy is also beautiful. Like it's stunning. It all looks like this, obviously. And the sound is good. Not that you can hear the sound.
Yeah, no, I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, this level is called Hang 'em High. I used to actually torture my college suite mates by playing this level literally all day on the weekends and using an extra item glitch where you bounce a million times on a steel box and then you jump on an enemy and you get a crystal that doesn't exist. It's hilarious.
Really?
Yeah. You can get up to a crazy percent in Crash 2 doing that. I forget what percent you can get up to in Crash 3 doing that. I don't have I wrote it down somewhere. I never thought to have it in front of me. You know what? Next time I do this, I should have those percentages in front of me because it's really fun to mention. But obviously, the remaster aren't going to have that glitch in them. Which is you know what? What I'm going to do is I'm going to live stream doing this entire game after releasing like 11 parts non-live doing basically this. But with my buddy's old voiceover for the 4th through 11th parts. But I'm going to actually live stream me doing the whole game from scratch over probably at one point. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to probably do it on the Insane Trilogy and then go back to the originals and show those glitches off.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And obviously, Haskell over here was going for the box gem. So, Potato over here is going to be my guest for what was going to be LP 13, which was going to be Paper Mario 1000 Year Door. But because I made the decision basically to, instead of doing non-live forever and ever and doing like 100 LPs by recording, then commentating over it, then uploading it, which is an annoying process, I decided instead that I was going to start doing live streams instead, so I could do less work. You know
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's gonna start in March or April.
Yeah, 1000 Year Door is one of the only ones I've never played. I've played just about every other Mario RPG there is, so that one I've...
What?
I wish I could get the original of that one, because my GameCube so far still works, so I really, if one day I can get a hold of that, I want to play it.
Oh, barely snagging the TNT there. You have to get the TNT part there instead of the regular box so you don't get the arrow bouncer. But, yeah, you could definitely get it pretty easily by going on Amazon and buying it used, because that's what I did. I don't know how much I had to pay for it. Definitely not as much as Melee, but because Melee was a fucking lot of money.
I still have my original Melee from when I was a kid.
I have one copy of Melee that doesn't work and one copy that does work. But I paid when I was in college in like 2015, I literally spent like $150 trying to get Melee, and I think I spent $70 the other time too.
Is that expensive? I think I got mine for Christmas like maybe 15 years ago.
Yeah, now that everyone loves it, you spend a lot of money trying to get Melee now.
Yeah, here it is.
Because it's everyone's favorite.
Yeah, here's my boy right here.
My boy Melee. Ah,
yeah,
shit.
Definitely my shit.
Dude tried to slide under a nitro, but ended up fucking just toppling it onto his own head. Hilarious.
Oh my god.
Melee's like the one instance of Smash I'm not used to. I haven't played it enough. But I spent a lot of money on it, which is hilarious.
Yeah. No, the only, I don't know. Melee, I loved it when it was relevant. I mean, when it was relevant to me.
Yeah.
When I was on the GameCube. But once Brawl came out, I know Brawl is like the worst.
One everyone hates.
Yeah, everyone hates it, but it has a special place in my heart because that was the new Smash. Because Melee was the original. So when that came out, you know, we could build... Oh no, to me it was. I know there was a Nintendo 64.
Yeah, I started
like,
on the 64 one. Also, by the way, you could barely see the golden color gem in the distance back there, but obviously we couldn't get it. But go on.
Yeah, no, when I was a kid, I didn't have an N64, so this was like my first one. So when Brawl came out, I was like, wow, they made another one, and this one's bigger. So that's kind of how, you know, that's why I like Brawl so much. Now looking back on it, Brawl's kind of bleh.
Yeah, Brawl is a little bleh. Oh, by the way, this level that we just finished here, the golden color gem, while you're crossing that last path going right before the end of the level, you can see the golden gem off in the distance between buildings, but you actually can't get it until you go through one of the secret levels that you unlock by getting the time trial relics. Go through one of those levels, go through a secret exit, and end up in this level. So that's interesting. And the 11th, I think it's the 11th video of this part, which you won't be here for, but where me and Nick are just scratching our heads, going, "Why the hell can't we get it?" And we're trying to shoot it with the bazooka.
Yeah.
Yeah, but as for Brawl, I actually just finished getting literally everything in Brawl. So what I mean is, I did the classics as every character. What'd you say?
Every sticker.
Every sticker, every trophy, every little tiny ass thing that you can do in that game. It's ridiculous. So I went through. First, I did classic as every character, and that includes doing it differently for Charizard, Squirtle, Ivysaur, Zero Suit, regular Samus, all of that.
Oh,
shit.
I forgot it was even in there.
Yeah, you had Zero Suit, but it was like the same character. Like you had to use the Final Smash, or you could enter as Zero Suit by doing some sort of controller input.
Yeah, I remember there was some input, and I didn't know about it till like maybe a year ago.
Yeah. Yeah, it took me a while too. My sweet mates told me in college. Also, I did it differently for Zelda and Sheik. Those are the other ones who are like the same character but different. So I did classic as all of them, And you know, I made sure to do the targets and the well, just the targets actually, because they got rid of the platform thing. The targets is all of them, and then you do all the mini games like the fucking home run contest, the multi-man brawl, which is literal hell for each character. Where you first 5-minute easy, then you know 10-minute easy, cruel brawl. You know, I tried to. You have to kill like 10 of them for at least one of them, and I did that. That's the one of the trophies, or not trophies. You know how there was an achievement wall? Yeah. So I had to do everything on that achievement wall too, and I did, which was also quite a challenge. Because that's a huge fucking wall with a lot of shit on it. And one of it was like 10 kills in the Cruel Brawl, and it's really hard. I really had to cheese it. And then they had Endless Brawl. Okay, so you do that. Then they had...
That one goes on and on and on, right?
Yeah, it never ends, and it just counts your score, how many kills you got. But then I did 15-minute Brawl. It was the worst fucking experience of my life. I kid you not, I hated it more than anything, even than Boss Rush. Because literally, you have to survive for 15 minutes with these alloys who drop down. Have you ever tried it?
I don't remember. It's been a while.
It's literally the shittiest experience. You have to survive for 15 minutes or you fail. And literally, in order to win, at least from my point of view, you literally have to stand under one of those platforms on Battlefield and just spam your up till A and hope you don't get a bomb spawned on you. Because bombs will spawn on you. Basically... every 5 minutes, if you've taken more than 50% damage, it's gonna go bad for you. It was my rule of thumb when I was doing it. Because if you're like over 150 at the end, and a bomb will spawn on you, and you'll just die. But so I did that for every character, and remember that's including Charizard, Ivysaur, Squirtle, blah blah blah. I literally was doing this over 3 years, by the way. So like 2015 to like just a few weeks ago, I finished. And we're saving over here. We're in the Taj Mahal type area. And we're on the 9th level. I believe it's Dingo Dial for this area. Dingo Dial is the boss. And here I like reminiscing his name. It's like Beetlejuice. Here he comes with a little cutscene that you can't hear, unfortunately.
He looks like a hippo cow.
Well, actually, he's a dingo crocodile. Some Australian nightmare someone put together after getting a crab the size of a bird jumping on their face when they were a little tipsy. You know, they had a lot of nightmares that night, and this was one of them.
I can imagine.
Not this one, but one of the tomb levels where there's a lot of water. The worst time trial in Crash Bandicoot history. Like, I couldn't explain to you how rough getting the plat was back when I did it as a camp counselor, working in Oregon on my breaks, just fucking going in and doing it. I forget what the actual level is called, but it's not this one. But it's the hardest thing I've ever done in my life. And it was so cheesy. I didn't even know what I was doing right or wrong the entire time. But very difficult platinum relic, that one. Basically, the time trial is because you didn't play 3 before. Time trials go, if you get a certain time, you get sapphire. A certain time, you get gold, and then the best time is platinum. And the platinum... In Crash 4, they had the same thing, but the platinums were not hard by any stretch of the means. In Crash 3, they're fucking brutal. At least for some levels. Oh, shit! Flatten like Paper Crash over here. What you say?
Speaking of Paper Mario.
Yeah?
I said speaking of Paper Mario.
Oh, yeah, right. I thought you meant something else, but yeah. No, and I'm definitely I'm gonna live stream 1,000 Year Door at some point. We should get together for that whenever I'm live streaming that. Like, even if it's not like every time I do it that you're available and we like get in the same room and live stream, or even I guess you could technically live stream and face call someone just to talk. But like, even if we were like sometimes in the same room as each other, we could definitely do that. But here's the thing, yeah, the decision I made, which is why I'm not doing 1,000 Year Door as the 13th one anymore, is that when I first start live streaming, I want to actually start playing games that are new. So the first one I'm going to do, my 11th LP, is going to be Spider-Man for the PS4. So
awesome.
Yeah, I had this whole plan where like the 11th through 20th LPs were basically going to be like kind of reminiscent of my first 10 LPs, where like I did Sonic Adventure 2, so this time I'm going to do Sonic Adventure 1. And I did Star Wars Battlefront 2 for 2005, so I'm gonna do the original Star Wars Battlefront, and then I was gonna do Thousand Year Door, yada yada yada, and then end with Eco instead of Shadow of the Colossus, and that was my plan. But besides, I'm gonna start live streaming, and I'm also gonna start playing games that are more new that people might actually watch, which might get me more traction.
Smash Bros.
Smash. I actually have a Smash Ultimate video coming out sometime soon. Actually, in fact, I already had. No, I had a Wii U. I had a Smash for Wii U one come out. So I did an Iron Man Smash Ultimate with my buddy Nick, the same Nick I was recording this with, whose voice you didn't hear. And what happened was I did one for Smash for Wii U, and I did one for Smash Iron Man. The one for Smash for Wii U is already released at the time of this recording. The Smash Iron Man Ultimate is gonna come very soon at the time of this recording. For the viewers, it's already out. It's been out for a while. Where basically you start at opposite ends of the roster, right? And then you fight mano a mano, 3 stock, no items on Omega stages with no hazards. And what you do is whenever one guy dies, they move one spot along in the roster. And once the first person that dies, every character loses, and the other guy is the victor.
Huh.
If you'd imagine, for fucking Smash Ultimate, this takes hours, even on 3 stock.
That's crazy.
So for the Smash for Wii U, we got down each to our last man in the roster, and I ended up winning. I beat him. So we did a Smash Ultimate Iron Man, and then he just creamed me like there was not even a contest the entire time.
It's Smash Wii U. Who's your main?
So my main is usually Mario in Smash games. I know he's not top tier, but it's just what I'm comfortable with because I use him a lot.
Honestly, tiers are overrated. Tiers are just kind of like people who play just by tiers usually aren't very good to begin with.
I believe it.
I find most people that are good at Smash, sometimes it's coincidence that they have a high tier character, but usually, like one of my close friends, when he plays as Little Mac, and he won't play Little Mac against me, but if he gets pissed because I beat him too many times, he'll whip out Little Mac, and he will destroy me. It's like I got a 10% chance of taking him down if he's Little Mac. Like there's no hope.
That's hilarious.
And Little Mac is, at least in the current game, is I think as far as the tier list goes, second to last, only behind Bowser Jr., who is absolute trash. But
yeah. I'm confused. Did we not have double jump at the time we got here? Because I believe a double jump would have gotten him those boxes, but he seemed Nick, who I believe was the one doing this, or maybe it was me, seemed frustrated and just killed themselves because they couldn't get a certain box that was too high. But I swore when you kill Tiny, you get double jump, unless it's another power first. Or maybe it's the body slam first. Oh. He just killed himself by accident. Oh boy. Yeah. Oh, but what was I talking about? Back to Brawl though. So I talked about doing the classic every character, now the bonus games for every character. Then I did Subspace, and
you beat it with every character?
Well, obviously you use all the characters when you do Subspace. You played Subspace, right?
Yeah.
Do you think Subspace is a little overrated, or what do you think?
Not even overrated. It's just I'm okay with what they did in the new game as far as the story mode goes. But I did like all of the CGI cutscenes they put in Subspace, but as far as the actual core gameplay of it, I think it's kind of garbage.
Yeah, it is kind of garbage gameplay, honestly. I did like the cutscenes too. It was kind of cool. I've seen little video clips, but I haven't actually played the story mode from what do you call Ultimate. I've just brawled. I've just fought. I called it brawled. I just like smashed with a group. But
it wasn't my priority to do the story mode, but like I had a day where my Wi-Fi was down, and I was like, you know what, let's do it. And I just sat down, and I thought I could do it in one sitting. It took me a good probably 15 hours to beat the story, and when I say story, it's a very, very thin story.
Yeah, it usually is.
But it's just a lot of this version of it is just a bunch of battles. You go through, and you just kind of every time you move, it's another battle. So different types of challenges in it, but it's fun.
I believe my last run doing subspace was like 13.5 hours, so that sounds about right.
Yeah.
Anyway, with subspace, there's trophies everywhere and golden boxes, and you have to get them all. So we got all of those till we got 100% subspace. So you beat the final boss, Taboo, and then 3 more things unlocked that you have to get, which are just fights to unlock characters. But I'd already unlocked the characters. Well, actually, no. At this point, you have to do subspace first in order to unlock the characters, so that you can then go. And then I had to, do the classics with those characters, do the bonuses with those characters, all of that, obviously.
Yeah.
So then I done subspace. Then what you had to do was mine the CDs and the stickers and the trophies you can only get by brawling. And some of them I believe you can only get, that slot machine thing where you shoot coins, the coin launcher?
Yeah.
I did that for some of the trophies, and I made a CD generator stage because I basically made a custom stage where the hotheads are all like going around the stage and hitting these punching bags that was spawning a lot, and sometimes CDs would drop from those, and that's how I would do it. And Nick tried to go get Aku over there, but he killed himself. The area's closed off because he doesn't have the purple gem, but he's just trying to get Aku, and he's going for it. There he goes. Now he didn't kill himself. He doesn't know how this works though, and he's gonna come back. Yeah, this is Nick. There we go.
As far as Brawl goes, and literally any other Smash Bros. Game, rest in peace to trophies, because honestly, trophies were one of my favorite things, and they don't exist in the new Smash.
Really?
And,
I didn't even know that. That sucks. I love trophies too.
And you know what they did in kind of a knockoff replacement? They had spirits. Spirits are like the new trophies. There's many core differences, but there are many more spirits than there ever were trophies.
Damn.
And they all have purpose. Like, you can use them as power-ups for your characters when you turn on trophy mode. I mean,
so like stickers. Because in stickers, that's how Brawl worked with stickers.
Yeah, it's like stickers, but on steroids.
Yeah.
But the thing is, they don't have trophies anymore, so they only have these spirits, and some of them are 2D. Well, no, they're all 2D actually. They're all basically JPEGs, and none of them have any description of who they are whatsoever.
That sucks.
Some of them have an emblem, so you can tell, oh yeah, that's a Kumba. That must be from the Mario series.
Oh, really?
It's absolutely it. It's like, a trophy. You click on a trophy, you look at it.
Description, yeah. I read them all. Yeah.
That was one of my favorite things. Like, if I was bored and I wanted to play Smash, but I didn't feel like smashing, you know what I mean?
Oh, I know what you mean. Sometimes you come home, you're tired from work, it's just not time to smash,
But you still want to be in there, so.
Oh, you still want to be in it? Marinated?
Yeah. Exactly. I'd sometimes want to be I'd like to read them because there's so many of them, and even in Melee I would do that. But Brawl and even the newest Smash. So it's a real shame that they got rid of it, and if anything, I'd really hope in a near update or something they would at least add even a short description to all of the spirits, or most of them.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, it does suck. But, there's like, what, 700, 800? I don't remember, because it's been a while since I completed that part of this.
Oh, yeah.
The trophies, there's a lot of trophies, a lot of stickers. You have to mine the stickers, too. You have to get... One of the accomplishments is getting Mew in the Pokeball, which only happens every so often.
That's just a total RNG, right? It's just random.
It's just total RNG. It's really unlikely, too. And then there's, Brawl, 8,000 times or something. I don't know what the actual number is, but it's pretty high. So you have to do that.
Oh, yeah. And when you'd see Mew for the first time, you'd get a milestone, I think, and it would say, you saw Mew, or something like that.
Yeah, I think it's also like a trophy, too. Like, you get a trophy for seeing Mew.
And I saw Mew in the new Smash Bros. I got Mew, and I was like, oh, well, that means I'm going to get a special thing. And I didn't get anything, and I was actually pretty disappointed.
Oh. Yeah, usually, I think even the Wall of Achievements had a Mew thing in Brawl.
Yeah.
But,
hashtag back.
Hashtag what?
I said hashtag bring Mew back.
Bring Mew back. Free Mewsy. But, yeah, so after you did that, you have to do the boss brawl, where you fought the 10 bosses from Subspace in a row, and they were much harder and faster. And I did that with every character, including Charizard, Ivysaur, Squirtle, blah, 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 blah. And that was actually pretty fucking hard. I trained myself basically my entire 2015 internship, software testing, I would come back to the dorm in North Carolina, after work, so to speak, and feed the gray domesticated cat that seemed to be homeless. That was had a crate outside. Feed that cat with some ham or turkey or something, and I would go home, video call my girlfriend, my ex-girlfriend, who I had just started with at the time, and I would just play Brawl and play the boss Brawl and train to fight the bosses. I did that for a very, very long time, and each character was like a really harsh training regimen for me. Yeah.
I remember they had some good bosses. I remember Rayquaza was a boss, which was cool.
Yeah, Rayquaza, PD, Gallium, Duon, Ridley, Meta Ridley.
Wait, there were 2 different Ridleys in that one?
Yeah, they had Meta Ridley.
I remember Meta Ridley. I didn't remember regular Ridley was in there. Oh, shoot.
Yeah, she was. And Porky, from Earthbound. And trying to think who I'm missing here, because obviously there was
Ridley's a girl?
I think Ridley's a guy, actually. I was confused about this too.
I don't even know what it is, but I remember, and I really didn't play many of the Metroid games, so I'm not super familiar.
Same.
But I only recently found out that Ridley was a pirate who's highly intelligent, and this whole time I thought it was
Ridley's
just
a pirate.
Yeah, a space pirate, and he sends people after Samus. And because I happened to read a description about him, and I'm like, wait, what?
He's
What,
a fucking pirate?
I thought he was just a mad lizard bird that wanted revenge because the dinosaurs went extinct or something. I don't know.
Right? Yeah, that's an origin story if I've ever heard one.
I was gonna say, then again, I never played the games really, so I wouldn't know, but...
So I did all of what I just described to you for Brawl in like a year. Like including a 15-minute brawl with every character, boss brawl with every character, classic every character, subspace, all the trophies and CDs and stickers that I could ever need. Did all of that, and most of the wall of accomplishments, and mini games and all that. Also the home run contest. I forgot to mention. Home run contest was one of those things. Every character you had to get a certain like total distance for everyone, and a certain like longest for a single character type thing. You know. Yeah. But the hardest part was then what I spent 2 years on. Here's I think me killing myself because I missed a box there unintentionally. The hardest part was the part I had to do with other people. And I had to, with other people, once do a boss rush through 10 bosses on intense. Because I did everything on the intense difficulty. Well, I mean, I worked up the intense difficulty. I did every difficulty, but boss rush in the intense difficulty with another person. Oh my god. It was hard because I had done, like, I practiced for 1,000,000 hours in North Carolina during my internship after I came home every day, trying to beat these bosses. But trying to train another person to do that on intense who wasn't used to it was, like, the biggest hurdle. And eventually my buddy Lionel Geomancer, who's a friend of the show, helped me do it. Actually, not too long ago, sometime in 2018, so, like, a few months ago. We beat it. And also, I had, like, 5 different people over 2 years try to help me. 15-minute brawl co-op. Now 2 of you have to survive for 15 minutes, and if one of you dies, it's over. It's no, oh, you have one left, you can just keep going. No, if either of you die, you're fucking done.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and it's like the worst part of the entire game, even doing it yourself. Oh my god, he died, but he fell into the fucking crystal. You see that shit?
Yeah.
Hilarious.
Oh.
But, oh, that was a quick run. But, then we did that part. And those 2 parts were like 2 years of, like, obviously doing other shit too, but trying to get people to work with me on it. And then, you know, I did it, and then I went one step further. This isn't even on the accomplishment wall. The accomplishment wall was full at this point. Did subspace co-op with another person on intense the entire way. And we did it. We did 100%. And that was Lionel and Nathan and Julian who all helped me with that. There was 3 different people. Because honestly, have you ever tried playing subspace on co-op?
Actually, I did it with my siblings a lot, and it sucked because my siblings would all die, and then I would be the only one alive, and by the time I would need that extra stock, My siblings would have already absorbed them all from dying, and I'd be like SOL.
Yeah, so that sucks. What else sucks is that second player is kind of treated like shit. They teleport to you all the time. The camera doesn't focus on them, so they can get lost easy. And also, if first
I never experienced that because I was always player 1.
Yeah, I was always player 1 too, but like, I watched it happen to him, and he complained about it a lot, and I saw it. But what happened was, if player 1 died and player 2 already had the last character, even though player 2 was still alive, it would still give you game over.
Really?
Yeah, it's bullshit. It's
Terrible.
the worst. But yeah, that was it. And at that point, everything in Brawl was completed. It took me a few years. It was ridiculously annoying. I had to get really good at classic mode, and train myself to do certain things that I found were hard. But eventually, I did it. And the one thing, like, this is not on the achievement wall, but there's a notification that will come if you play 1,000,000 hours of Brawl.
Wait, really?
Yeah, I did a little bit
So
of
does that
math,
mean nobody has it yet, and nobody probably ever will?
and if anyone does, it's kind of sad, don't you think? Because it's honestly the hated, like, smash game.
Wait, then what about completionists? I feel terrible for them. How would they ever complete it?
Like, here's why. I told myself that it really wasn't completion criteria, because it was a notification rather than an actual bit on the achievement wall, and that made it different. You know
Maybe
what I
it's saying, like, you've played this long, and now everything you've done is going to start getting deleted because you've already reached the max, or what?
mean? No, it's just literally like, you know what I'm talking about with just the notices.
Oh, yeah.
Where it just
They
says,
give-
hey, this happened.
Yeah.
And it says, I forget what it says. Well, it has a funny little message when you do it, but, I don't have it in front of me, obviously. I looked it up. I was like, wow, that's dumb. I did a little bit of math on, like, how long it would take. Oh, my God, ganking through the wall. How long it would take me to just, like, run my Wii constantly with, like, CPUs fighting each other.
How many years would it take?
Oh, I don't know if I calculated the years, but I calculated, look, if I go, like, this was in college, it's like, if I go to class and just leave this running in my dorm room, and, like, leave it on all day, how many days would it take? And I told myself after doing a little bit of math, you know what, not even fucking worth it, like, forget it, I don't want to do it. I can't do something that stupid.
Billion hours?
Million, not billion, million. Still annoying, though.
Wait, 1 million? Is that what you said?
1 million, yes, with an M. Yeah.
Oh, if it was 1 billion, I'd be like, screw that.
If it was 1 billion, it wouldn't be physically possible, I don't think.
I mean, I don't think the Wii would ever even 1 million. My Wii crapped. That was the only, other than the NES, my Wii is the only thing that I don't really have anymore because it just crapped out. It doesn't work anymore.
By the way, I think Nick is the one trying to take out Dingo Dial over here. Or maybe it is me. I don't know.
Let's do some math right now. I want to figure this out.
Can you figure out how long it would take of 1,000,000 hours?
1 million divided by 24.
Yeah.
Okay, that's 41,666 days.
Holy shit! So like, what am I gonna do for 41? Divide that by 3. Divide by that by 365 to find out how many years.
That's 14 years. So actually, that's almost possible now. That was 2008. In like 3 years, that'll be possible.
Like, what were the devs thinking? Like, for 14 years, I'm gonna leave that fucking thing running brawls? Like, what the shit? It's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Yeah, like, literally no one has gotten it at this point then.
Yeah, no, they couldn't have, and honestly, if I were to catch up to it, I'd have to leave it on for 14 years because I only probably played maybe 100 hours out of it.
If you got to that point, you would have to tell yourself to stop playing video games ever because you have a problem.
You've already reached your lifetime's quota.
Yes. Penta's Revenge. Apparently, that penguin's name is Penta.
Huh.
Cute. I didn't know you could jump on that. I don't know if you could in the original game. That's hilarious. Okay, now you have the double jump. So the power before must have been the more powerful body slam. I honestly wasn't even paying attention last time I did when I did the commentary for the first part of these 11 videos.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Now you get the double jump. That's good. That's very good. Yeah. Ah, damn, I had something else I was gonna mention, but now it's leaving me. But this is almost the end of this little video, so if you have any more hijinks or jokes or hooliganery, you should get it out now, because we're gonna be doing some dances, and I think that's the video right there.
Oh, is that it?
Oh, that's it. That's the part right there. Beautiful.
Awesome. Well, thanks again for having me.
No problem, and if we ever see you again, it'll probably be for Thousand Year Door, which is, by the way, arguably better than the 64 Paper Mario, and I love the 64 Paper Mario, and I'm kind of conflicted about it.
Sure. I definitely would believe that, because I did like the 64, but I've read so many amazing reviews about the GameCube one.
People love that fucking game, and for good reason. And so what happened was, I played the 64 Paper Mario, and then the next one I played, because my stepmom had a Wii that she let me use, and then it just became mine. Well, I got Super Paper Mario, the third one, the one for the Wii, and I was like, wow, this is okay, but it also kind of fucking sucks, because it's a Paper Mario game. It definitely doesn't live up to that.
Like, no, it was totally different.
Super Paper Mario was better than just a Super Mario Bros. Game, but it also was nowhere near Paper Mario. They tried to mix the two, and it ended up making it shitty. And then, I heard similar things about the 3DS not being good, and how the Wii U one wasn't good. I mean, you know that YouTube channel Arlo?
Yeah, no, I was just watching a video of his, like, an hour ago.
Yeah, I'm fond of him. He is kind of a Nintendo shill. I'm just kidding. I kid Arlo, but, I was fond of him. I don't watch his videos so much anymore. But I first heard of him because he did a video criticizing Color Splash and how Paper Mario has kind of gone to the wayside. He talked about, like, the reasons why, the talk about the Nintendo employees who, like, talked about the game and why they're making it not so much a story-driven RPG anymore, and how Mario and Luigi's supposed to take that over now. But
I still wish they'd keep both of them just as equally good. Like, Mario and Luigi is definitely my favorite because I've had all of them since the beginning. But even still, I think they both should be their own thing, and just, I don't know. So, I think they're both good in their own ways.
I played Partners in Time and Bowser's Inside Story, and honestly, like, I'm really fond of Bowser's Inside Story, but I'm not even close to as near a fan of Mario and Luigi as I am Paper Mario. So this kind of bites me in the wrong place, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, did you play the Wii U one? Because it's funny, I just watched not Game Theory, what was it, The Completionist. I watched his video on the Color Splash one today, like this morning, funny enough, and then last night I watched the Sticker
watched
Star
that a
one.
while ago, too. I watched Gerard talk about that, too, Completionist, and I might have watched the 3DS one, I'm not sure, but I have not played it, no, I've only seen videos like that talking about it.
Yeah, and he was pretty optimistic about it, like, but it doesn't, as far as the gameplay, as far as fighting goes and everything, they definitely they did a tough job after the 1,000 Year Door. They changed the way fighting works.
Yeah, they made it non-turn based, and the whole series kind of like fell off a cliff.
Yeah.
I used to have a lock screen that was like Paper Mario color trash when I found out that
that's funny.
Where Mario's like slamming down the enemies, and it's just like a green, gray, gooish trash. Like, I don't know, it was a funny lock screen. I'd have to dig it up somewhere, but yeah. 1,000 Year Door. I played 1,000 Year Door when I went to college after I had played Super Paper Mario, and I was enthralled with it. I loved it.
Yeah, it was a good game.
Very good game. All right, well, thank you for joining me. In like fucking 20 years, when I eventually do 1,000 Year Door, I'll have you on, and I know I told Ian. I knew I would do that. I told Potato here like 3 years ago or 2 years ago. No, wait, hold on, let me think. It was around the time where I broke up with my ex-girlfriend that I talked with you about this. So it was probably like 3 years ago. Yeah, actually, because 2019, so like 2016 sounds about right. I talked. I'm gonna do 1,000 Year Door. You better be ready. And obviously, like 3 years later, I've just finished LP10.
You're slacking.
And it's not even gonna be LP13 anymore.
Well, that's because it's gonna be a lucky game, so it's gonna be anything but 13.
Oh, right, yeah, I didn't even think about that. I mean, I'm not into superstition, but I see the amusement behind that. I mean, a lot of unlucky things happened in that game, you can't deny. A lot of hijinks.
Actually, The biggest unlucky thing would be spoilers, because I haven't actually played that game yet.
Oh, right. So I can't even talk about the curse.
No.
Actually, that part's kind of funny. Actually, that could refer to multiple things, but I'll leave that to when it actually happens. Yeah, so like it was gonna be LP13, now it's gonna be like maybe 23. Who knows? But now that I'm live streaming, games are gonna go like this. Is my prediction, because I would record a shitload of gameplay, and then spend eons of my personal time in life recording, editing it, and voicing over it, which is why I'm not going to do that anymore, because it fucking sucks away your life and your joy. And then I would release it in like hour chunks. But instead what I'm going to do is I might like fucking live stream for 2 hours. So games, instead of taking like a month and a half for like 40 videos, it's going to be like, those games are going out, dude.
Yeah, it would be nice.
Very nice change of pace. All right, well, I think I'm gonna leave it at that. Thank you, Ian. I'm gonna get the other I'm gonna beat Brett, deadbeat Brett, to I've been trying to get him on the show since LP2, so he's gonna finally make an appearance. We're gonna, for the third Crash Bandicoot Warped video that Haskell and I didn't commentate over, we're gonna do that, and I think there's like an hour and 28 footage of that part. So I'm gonna get Brett on for a long, steamy, good time. Hopefully, he's up for the challenge.
Awesome.
All right.
Well, thanks again for having me.
No problem. It was funny running into you at the theater the other day.
Oh my god, I forgot about that. Yeah, that was crazy.
Like I was walking down the aisle, and right in the front, I was like, "Oh my god, he looks familiar." Like I didn't even know you were in the Smithfield area or Lincoln area. I expected. Oh wait, I expected you more in the colleges area, but like there you were with your girlfriend, and I was, "Oh hey," and you just looked at me as if you were coming out of a trance. Like a sleeping trance.
Oh yeah, I was still thinking about that movie probably.
That movie reminded me of my ex-girlfriend. Now that I think about it.
Yeah, good movie though.
Good, very good movie. We were watching. We met at a theater. I was taking a girl to a theater. It was a one-time thing. It didn't really last, unfortunately. But it was nice, and we're friendly. But it was we went to see a Disney or Pixar, I'm not sure. It's the one with the guy, Wreck-It Ralph, but it was the second one, was Wreck-It Ralph Breaks the Internet.
I liked it. Funny enough, I never saw the first one until afterward. All of a sudden, it's on TV like every day now.
It's the kind of movie I would take a cute girl to, because it's a cute movie,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what you did.
It's very nice. Yeah, and you had the same idea. We're smart minds think alike, apparently.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm gonna let you go. I'm holding you late like Zubin Damani over here. All right. Yeah. You have a good night, dude.
Thanks, you too.
All right. Bye now. Where's my record? Oh, it's OBS, right? And I'm learn. Bye, guys.